Broom Mates, a story by Margie Palatini, illustrated by Howard Fine. Gritch the Witch was grouchy, grumpy, and pooped. Getting ready for her big holiday party had just plain tuckered her out.
Yikes,
She shrieked, eyeing herself in her witch-watching mirror.
I better get some beauty sleep.
Try 20 years, the mirror cracked. With a yawn and a yank, Gritch pulled on her jammies, shooed out the bedbugs, and headed for Betty Bye. She was already sawing these and counting lamb chops when, wouldn't you know it,
Yeah!
the doorbell screamed. What a nightmare.
Get your thumping thumb off that buzzard button, you bell-ringing busybody,
Grumbled Gritch.
Scoot! Scram! Skedaddle!
Skedaddle nuttin', sister, came the call from the other side of the knocker. Yoo-hoo! Guess who? Just flew in from Malibu. The door flew open with a windy whoosh. The bell-ringing busybody was none other than her saucy, bossy sister, Mag the Hag.
You're a fright for sore eyes,
snorted Gritch. You can still scare the hair off a hair yourself, sissy, cackled the sister. I have a little mag lag, but I'm ready to party hardy. Egads, Gritch groaned.
The party, Smarty, isn't until tomorrow.
No problemo, Mag sang out. I'll just bunk here tonight with you, Broom Mate. Drat. Gritch gritted her teeth. Having the hag come home for the holidays was not going to be a treat. The sisters just did not get along. No how, no way, not ever. They had fussed and feuded about anything and everything ever since they were little ghouls. Rooming with Mag was not going to be easy, even if it was just for one day. Gritch grumbled.
That hag is always in my face, not to mention my space.
Put these beauteous blinkers to a pillow, Broomy, Mag called from the hall. Moi needs some shut-eye. The hag dropped with a plop, snuggled, and sighed. Not too big, not too little, just right.
Wrong,
groused Gritch.
Look who's sleeping in my bed, and I'm not talking Goldilocks.
Well, here I am now, snorted Mag, lathering her face with fright cream.
Just stay on your own side, you bed-hogging hag,
Gritch groused and crawled into bed. Gladly, yo sleeping bag, muttered Mag with a yank. But now you have all the covers. Gritch whined.
And like always, you took all the lumps.
Ooh, you want lumps, do you? Mag grabbed her pillow. I don't remember. Do you like one lump or two? Ding, ding, ding. The girls came out swinging. Feathers started to fly. They finally knocked each other out during round 3. I'm telling Mummy on you, snored Mag, spitting feathers.
I'm telling on you,
snoozed Gritch with a head full of lumps. The next morning, the Broom Mates both got up on the wrong side of the bed. They were already squabbling and squawking before their first sip of hot tea. Decorating for the party was a disaster. Gritch wanted the spiders dangling. Mag wanted the webs tangling. Everything got tied at the knot. Mag wanted the pumpkin squished. Gritch wanted the pumpkin squashed. And then there was a dust sprawl. Clearly, Dreary, you're a flop with the mop, declared Mag.
You're the bust when it comes to dust, sister,
coughed Gritch. Things really got down and dirty. Dust bunnies were hopping all over the place. Mag brushed herself off with a haughty harum. I'm gonna do some spelling, she said with a wave of a wand. Mummy always said I was the best speller in the family.
You? Get a grip,
muttered Gritch.
I can spell anything better than you.
Poof. No, you can't. Poof.
Yes, I can.
Poof. No, you can't. Poof, poof.
Crack. Oh,
said Gritch, stepping over broken spells.
Mummy's gonna be mad at you.
Mag sputtered and stomped off to the kitchen.
Ooh, I'm gonna make my rat tail to it.
Gritch hurried to tie on her apron first. It was almost the witching hour, and her guests would be arriving any moment.
Your Tui is a bunch of hooey. My brouhaha will be the howl of the party.
The girls glared at each other, squinted, grinned, cackled.
Cooking contest!
A squirm of worm, a slush of mush, a bit of spit.
Voila! Delish!
Said Mag, stirring her stew.
Yes, your rat tail Tui is terribly tasty,
said Gritch, lapping up a spoonful.
But Mummy always said my brouhaha was absolute perfection.
Mag held her nose. She slurped. She shrugged.
Could use a bit of hee-hee.
Gritch almost choked on her ha-ha.
My ha-ha means hee-hee. Ha!
Hee-hee, repeated Mag with a burp.
You could throw in some ho-ho too.
Ho-ho too, said Gritch.
How about if I throw in you?
Ooh! Yowled Mag. Gritch doubled over in a cackle. Yes, ma'am, just what her brouhaha needed. One big ol' howl. Mag came up for air.
Ha-de ha-ha!
Ha ha ha! Gritch chuckled. Then she slipped and slid.
Oh, no!
Kerplunk. Knock, knock. The Broom Mates bobbed up from the brew, blubbered, gasped. Mummy! Their mummy was not at all pleased and looked very unraveled. Gritch shivered and shook. Mag quivered and quaked. Mummy was silent. Very, very silent. Then she gave the surprised Soggy sisters a hug and called out,
Trick or treat!
Gritch looked at Mag and giggled.
Trick?
Mag looked at Gritch and chuckled.
Treat?
Mummy laughed.
That's what I like to see. Sharing, scaring, and no problem.
The sisters promised to be on their best beastly behavior.
Naughty but nice,
ordered Mummy.
Now, let's party! Remember, Mummy knows best!
The end.